are going to be talking about poop. Poop. Let's talk about poop, baby. Let's talk about 1 and 2. Okay. So that it went differently in my head, but it was okay. It was okay. So
the first line was good.
First line was good. We're talking about poop. So we did a poop discussion, I think over 2 years ago. We did a Periscope about poop, and we kind of liked it. We liked our discussion because this is a discussion that doesn't happen often, and it's our reality as human beings. This is the only way we get rid of waste, or not the only, but one of the main ways we get rid of waste. So we need to talk about it, and we had discussed us, doing videos before and kind of in passing, but it's real now.
Yeah.
It's gotten
real.
Yeah. So of course we wanted to do our first official video on maybe our favorite subject or close to.
Yeah.
I know I like.
I enjoy it, and I don't know if you've noticed it, but I've been seeing a lot of other people talking about it too, like publicly, like on my timeline, and I think it's people who are like in this wellness world or whatever, who are like who I'm friends with on social media and stuff, but it's becoming more of a popular and comfortable subject for people to talk about. Because everybody does it. Like, there's not one person on this planet who does not poop. Even if you are in a vegetative state, you have to eliminate waste. They have bags or whatever. Something's coming out.
It got to come out. It has to come out. So why not be comfortable with talking about one of the most natural things that occur in the human body? And so that's what we're doing here today. We're going to talk about poop, talk little facts, little guidance and things like that. And hopefully you take away a better look at your poop. What do you call it do you call it poop?
Poop. Use the bathroom.
I say boo boo.
Oh, okay.
I say boo boo.
Yeah, I usually say poop. I have to poop or I have to use the bathroom.
I like to let people know what's going down in the bathroom. So I say, some people say crap, like I have to crap. I think that's so hard, isn't that?
It is.
Like,
I've heard it. But it's not common, at least not amongst, us.
Yeah. Yes, it's not. So.
Yeah, but I hear a lot of people say boo boo or poop or, the S word.
Yeah.
The S word is probably more common.
Yeah, yes it is.
I had to take a.
Yeah. It is, sadly, it is. Very common. Okay, so the big question is, how often should we go poop?
I say at least once a day is I guess the average of normal, because like the range that the studies say is once every 3 days, at least once every 3 days. But I think you should be going every day because your digestive system, you shouldn't necessarily be eating things that take that long to process anyway. So every day. Some people go after every meal, so it could be...
That's my dream.
Yeah, that's the range, to go once after every meal or once every 3 days. That's the range that they say is normal. Mm-hmm. But I think that once a day is that, that little in-between average.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking up as well, is that it's it can be once a day or it can be every 3 days, but just realize, and it's what's normal for you. You should know what's normal for your body. So if you are a once a day or somebody that goes twice a day and then you stop going, you don't go for a couple of days, there's a problem. And if you've been a person that has gone once every 3 days, and then all of a sudden, now not with changes to your diet, but something else, you just kind of stop, or you start going a couple of times a day, those are signs. Our bowel movements can be very big signs for us, and if we have to pay attention to it. So again, the average is going to be anywhere between once a day or 3 times a day to once every 3 days, but you have to realize that this is the way your body eliminates waste and it eliminates toxins. So ideally you would want to eliminate those toxins. Now, of course you eliminate those toxins through sweat and urine, as well. And then your bowel movements, I was reading that it is, you can, the average person you can lose up to almost close to a pound of waste when you use the bathroom a day. So, I mean, it sounds pretty good if you are trying to lose weight. Not to say that everybody's going to have a pound of poop in their toilet every time, but it can be up to around there, and depending on, now that depends on your height and your weight and so on and so forth. But a lot goes out. Needless to say, it's a lot that's going out, so you have to pay attention to the poop. Now,
have you ever done that? Like, weigh yourself before and weigh yourself after? I am guilty.
I do. So especially if I usually weigh myself first thing in the morning, and I usually weigh myself after I've pooped, just to kind of get my accurate. But I have done where actually this morning I did like a little poop, and then I weighed myself, and I still, like, the scale didn't reflect what I think happened. So then after I worked out, and then I had another poop, then the scale it changed.
Right.
So
some people, like you were saying, like in the morning, like, are you always like a morning goer, or is yours sporadic?
I'm a morning goer.
Yeah, mine is sporadic. Like, well, around 11 generally every day I feel, the tug to go. But not always. Sometimes it happens later. Sometimes it does happen right when I wake up. But I just wondered, like, if you were if it happened for you at a consistent time every day. I think for me it depends on like the activity I had the day before and what I ate.
For me, it's pretty consistent with that morning. The only time it changes is if I travel. And that's another thing that you have to pay attention to, is when you do travel, constipation, it can occur. So a month or so ago, I went back to California, and it took almost 3 days for everybody to get moving and get on board, and which made me so nervous, because in my head I know,
every day.
If I've been eating for the last 3 days and nothing's come out, and I was just feeling all antsy about it. But finally, I guess it's maybe the travel, the stress of the event as well. But there's a lot going on, which affects our bowel movements, our digestive system. So it was a lot going on for me. It felt overwhelming.
Right. That the same thing happened to me when I went to New York a couple weeks ago. But I was thinking that it was my body's reaction to, so when I went to New York a couple of weeks ago, I had to stay in a tent outside in a park, and the only place that I could go to the bathroom was in like porta potties. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm not using a porta potty. And so I was thinking that the fact that I couldn't go was because my mind knows I don't like going in porta potties, so my body adjusted to my thought process. And so I found a local establishment that I didn't mind going in, and I mean, it was like a couple of days later, but I went. Let me tell you how much better I felt after I went. It was like heaven. But like, my body just would not go. Like, I felt like I had to go, but I knew that I couldn't go because porta potties, I'm not going to use one.
See, I don't have a problem with porta potties, or even, I was in the military, so I don't even have a problem going outside. I can, find a bush and I can be fine.
But you know what? Yeah. I think I could go outside if I needed to go outside. I just can't go in a porta potty. And I don't know if that's just because I have an aversion to public bathrooms anyway, so even finding a local establishment and using the bathroom there was a struggle for me. But it was easier for me than going in a porta potty.
Anywhere is decent, it doesn't have to be like sparkly, it can be decent, and real talk, it can be like one of them gross porta potties, but if we have to go, we have to go. But I think the point is that, you have to pay attention to your body and realize what's going on inside of your body. And so that brings us to another thing is, what should your poop look like? And we joked about it last time that, you should, after you use the bathroom, you should look back at it. You should, boom, take a look at it. What happened? You should look back. You should see, you should look at the shape of it. You should look at the color of it. And depending on your diet, a lot of vegans and vegetarians, their bowel movements don't have a strong smell, which is, some of you meat eaters may be kind of shocked with that. And I've recently switched back to adding a little bit of chicken into my diet, and so I can smell the difference that is made, but I'm fine with it. But depending on your diet, your the color of your bowel movement should be around brown. Now, certain vegetables, of course, asparagus, one of my favorites, and spinach and kale, it can turn a little bit green if you've eaten, I think, black licorice or heavy dye foods. That can, change it, or beets change.
Yeah,
beets
get
change
a little
everything.
more on the red orange.
Yeah, but if you know that you haven't eaten any of those heavy, strong foods or heavy dye foods, and your bowel is dark or it's black, that's an issue. If it's red or has red in there, and you haven't eaten, beets, and what is something else that would turn it red? Peppers. Those are signs. So you should be looking at our bowel movement. It can tell us how healthy we are, and also how is it easy to pass. So when you are using a bathroom, it should be relatively easy to come out. There shouldn't be this huge strain on there, and your bowel movement shouldn't be that hard. The harder it is, I think, the longer it's in your digestive system, the harder it is. Yeah. So it shouldn't be that hard. Hard shouldn't be that hard to come out, and it shouldn't be that hard.
But you of course don't touch it to see how hard it is, but you'll feel it.
You feel
to know if it's hard when it comes out. You definitely feel it, because I've been there.
Yes, and it makes that those are little signs that, okay, maybe I need to up my fiber or drink more water. So what are fiber? It's a great thing. What are some ways we can get fiber into our diet?
So adding a lot of dark leafy green vegetables is really good. Some people say wheat and stuff, but to me, wheat kind of reverses the process for me. It makes it harder to go. And I don't know if it's just because I usually eat a diet high in vegetables and stuff, but dark leafy greens is pretty much the best way to do it. And then fruits like apples have a lot of fiber in them as well. So those are some things that you can add to your diet to help up that fiber intake.
Absolutely. And then if you up your fiber, know that you need to up that water intake as well.
Absolutely.
Water is it's so imperative to our bodies are around 60% of water. We should be consuming just way more water than we really are. But if you up your fiber and don't up that water, what happens is that the fiber begins to kind of expand. Then you get the bloating and the gas.
That's what I was saying about the wheat.
The wheat, okay,
the wheat does that for me. Bad.
Yeah, and water, drinking, some water, drinking water every couple hours, we should be drinking water. I feel like I'm drinking it right now, I've been talking in my, looking at the water bottle, which is way over there, and I'm thirsty, okay? But I drink water pretty often, but, every couple of hours, I've been around people where I've hung out with them for, 5-6 hours, and I'm looking you haven't drank water, you haven't used the bath, what's going on? And I usually say something as well, but it's just
she will.
Yeah. Drink some water, but it keeps everything flushed out and keeps us regular. So water is a big thing. The way the foods that we eat, green leafy vegetables, beans are a great source. Beans are a great source of fiber. We want to make sure that we look at the way our bowel movement looks in the toilet. We look at that color. Pay attention to that color. There is I think it's Bristol
chart.
Bristol chart. So if you get a chance.